So let us see this application of thermal conductivity and convection together. First application is a new quilt. Quilt म्हणजे आपण त्याला रजाई म्हणतो. A new quilt is warmer than old quilt. Why? Because new quilt has more air in its pores. क्विल्टमध्ये आपण जो काही कॉटन भरलेला असतो, कापूस भरलेला असतो, त्याच्यामध्ये होल्स असतात, गॅप असतात, त्याच्यामध्ये एअर असते. सो न्यू क्विल्ट हॅज मोर एअर इन इट्स पोर दॅन ओल्डर वन. What is the advantage of air? Since thermal conductivity of air is negligibly small. Therefore, air is a bad conductor of heat. Bad conductor of heat, and therefore no heat is going away from human body, and therefore body remains warmer. Body remains warmer. म्हणजे कोल्ड पासून प्रोटेक्शनसाठी आपण क्विल्टचा यूज करत असतो. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट ॲप्लिकेशन. Second application, ice is covered in gunny bags or with sawdust because, or you can say, to protect the ice from melting. Why? Because gunny bags are bad conductor of heat. Bad conductor of heat. Gunny bags as well as sawdust, लाकडाचा भुसा म्हणतो आपण त्याला. Gunny bags and sawdust are bad conductor of heat. Also, gunny bag contains air in its pores, holes, and air is bad conductor of heat. Therefore, no outside heat can reach ice easily. Therefore, ice is protected from melting. So these two applications are almost similar. Gunny bag as well as quilt consist of pores filled with air. Air is a bad conductor of heat, so no radiation of hot body or cold body like this. Next application, C. When hot water is poured in a glass beaker, then inner surface of beaker gains heat from water and it expands, while outer surface of beaker receives very small amount of heat, from hot water, because glass is bad conductor of heat. Therefore, inner surface expands by large amount as compared to outer surface. And therefore, glass beaker breaks. Due to the unequal expansion of inner and outer surfaces, this is the change. असंच एक एक्झाम्पल आपल्याला बघायला मिळेल. When the water in a glass bottle freezes, the freezing process मध्ये सुद्धा असंच होतं. तिथे वॉटरचा व्हॉल्यूम इन्क्रीज होतो, व्हॉल्यूम वाढल्यामुळे ती बॉटल जी ती पण ब्रेक होते. So these are some applications. Next application, the birds like pigeon, etc. So this is one more natural phenomena that we observe. In the winter season, the birds often swell their feathers. Why? The reason is very simple. In winter period, the surrounding is cold, and to protect from the cold surrounding, this action is taken by the bird like this. When birds swell their feathers, Then air is enclosed between their body and feathers. Air acts as a bad conductor of heat. Bad conductor of heat. Therefore, no heat is conducted from body of the bird to the cold surrounding. Thus, birds protect themselves from cold surrounding. By swelling feathers. This is the reason the birds protect themselves from the cold surrounding by swelling the feathers. So sea breezes and land breezes, these are the two types of breezes, and it is due to the convection of air. Sea breezes are a result of convection of air. How? During daytime, land near the sea is hot. Therefore, air above the land is at higher temperature than air above the sea. Due to higher temperature, air above land has lower density, therefore it rises up. And the cold air above sea water moves toward the land. It is called sea breeze. So, if this is a land area and this is a sea, land. So, the cold air above this water, it flows So these are called as sea breezes. Sea breezes. The cold air above the seawater moves toward the land. So the flow of air is from higher temperature to lower temperature. Like this. Second part. Land bridges. Land bridges are set up in night time or during the night. During the night time. Why? Same argument. The land cooled down rapidly. Land cooled down rapidly than seawater. Therefore, during night, land is at lower temperature than seawater. Therefore, cold air above land moves toward the sea. This is called land bridge. So in this case, the flow of the water, flow of the air is exactly in opposite direction. So this is the land. So cold air moves from like this. So this is the sea. So cold air is flowing. This is called as the land bridge. So why we observe land bridge and the sea bridges? This is the explanation. So this is the phenomenon of convection, like this. So these are some applications. Then thermal conductivity has also some application. The handles of the cooking wares are always made by this band conductor of heat, like this. Those are also some applications of thermal conductivity. So let us see the types of the convection. So we know the process of convection. Heat is carried from hot temperature to cold temperature region. There are two types of convection. One is a natural convection and other is a forced one. Natural convection and forced convection. So the meaning of natural convection is like this. When hot body is in contact with air under normal condition. Normal condition means we have nothing doing to make the air flow in a particular direction. Therefore, it is called the natural convection. When the hot body is in contact with the air under the normal condition, then the flow of air removes heat from the hot body, remove the heat from the hot body by the process called this natural convection. Natural convection. Second point is example. Land bridges, it is a natural phenomenon. Sea bridges, it is a natural phenomenon. Sea bridges, etc. The air around a firewood, शेकोटी म्हणतो आपण त्याला, firewood or heater coil. So these are some examples. Now on this side, the convection process can be accelerated by employing a fan to create the rapid circulation of air. So definition is like this. When the process of convection is accelerated by employing by using the arrangement of a fan, by employing a fan, by using a fan, by using a fan to create, to produce a rapid flow of air above the hot body. Therefore, the air removes heat forcefully from a hot body at rapid rate, than natural convection. This is called forced. This is called forced convection. Second point. The best example we know in computers or in laptop, there is a fan. When due to the use of the computer or laptop, when the CPU gets heated, we have to cool down it, and for that cooling of CPU of a computer or laptop, the air is circulated with a fast speed above that CPU or near the CPU by using the fan. So that fan is used for forced convection of air above the or near the CPU, near the heated CPU, like this. So best example is fan is used to cool the CPU, central processing unit of computer or laptop like this. Air conditioner also use the same principle. एअर कंडिशनरच्या मागच्या बाजूला जाळी लावली असते तर त्याच्याहून एअरचा फ्लो वाढवला कॉम्प्रेसरच्या प्रोसेसमध्ये की आपल्याला कुलिंग इफेक्ट मिळू शकतो. लाईक दिस हीट कन्व्हेयर. हीट आपण जेव्हा एका ठिकाणून दुसऱ्या ठिकाणी ट्रान्सफर करतो तेव्हा त्याला कन्व्हेक्टर म्हणतात. हीट कन्व्हेक्टर. इवन आपण किचनमध्ये जे चिमणी यूज करतो तो सुद्धा हाच प्रकार आहे. जी काही हॉट एअर असते त्या गॅस शेगडीच्या जवळ वगैरे ती आपण रिमूव्ह करतो त्या याच्या साईडने वगैरे. सो दिस इज ए फोर्स. सो हीट फ्रॉम कुकिंग गॅस is force convected by chimney mounted above the gas. Like this. तिथे पण मोटर लावलेली असते. So these are the types of convection and their example. From example we can get the correct idea like this. So let us see this law related with the process of radiation. Newton's law of cooling. The name of the law itself suggests that it is a cooling process, means temperature of the body falls. So the temperature falls at what rate? On what factor this rate of cooling depends? That is given by the scientist Newton. So it is known as Newton's law of cooling. The statement is like this: the rate of fall of temperature, that is, we also call it as the rate of cooling of a body is directly proportional to excess temperature of a body over the surrounding, provided that. So there are limitations for Newton's law, provided that x is being small, x is being small. Mathematically, d theta by dt is directly proportional to theta minus theta 0. So when we remove the proportionality sign, we take some constant and that constant is taken as the. So this is equation capital A. Mathematical form of Newton's law of cooling is like this. So what are the meaning in this equation that we have to see? Theta is a temperature of a body. Theta 0 is equal to temperature of surrounding. The 0 suffix वी आर युजिंग फॉर सराउंडिंग. जर केल्विनमध्ये लिहायचं असेल तर T0 लिहावं लागेल आपल्याला. सो थीटा मायनस थीटा 0 is equal to excess temperature of the body, excess temperature of the body over the surrounding. For example, suppose the temperature of the surrounding is say 30 degrees Celsius and temperature of the hot body is say 47 degrees Celsius, then theta minus theta 0 is equal to 47 minus 30, that is equal to 70 degrees Celsius. म्हणजे बॉडीचं टेम्परेचर सराउंडिंगपेक्षा 17 डिग्रीने जादा आहे, याला एक्सेस टेम्परेचर आपण म्हटलं आहे. हे टेम्परेचर जेवढं जादा असेल तेवढा रेट पण जादा राहील. डी थीटा इज ए fall in temperature of a body in time dt second, and therefore d theta by dt is a rate of fall of temperature, or it is also called as rate of cooling, like this, rate of cooling. So while solving the problem, what we use this Newton's law of cooling like this. Actually, this is the experiment in your practical course, verification of Newton's law of cooling. In laboratory, we can verify this experiment, and for that purpose, the observations are taken like this. On x-axis, we are taking the values of time t in second. On y-axis, we are taking the temperature theta degrees Celsius, temperature of the body. Temperature of the body. Suppose the body is heated up to say 90 degrees Celsius, or you can say boiling water. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, like this, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we are using a boiling water. So its temperature is say 100 degrees Celsius. Now when it is taken in a calorimeter copper vessel, then the calorimeter will absorb its heat, and therefore its initial temperature at time t is equal to 0 second will be say about 80 or 90. So as time increases, if we record the temperature, then the temperature goes on decreasing, and the graph is like this. Boyle's law सारखा आपल्याला graph. Now, if we consider the temperature of the hot water, say this temperature, theta dash, then if we draw perpendicular on the graph, then this is the point of intersection. So to find this d theta by dt, rate of fall of temperature, what is the procedure? या पॉइंटला इथे टॅन्जेंट आहे, आणि ह्या टॅन्जेंटचा स्लोप घ्यायचा. This is d theta, this is dt. So this slope is equal to d theta by dt at temperature theta dash. Now, say this temperature is theta 1, this temperature is theta 2, therefore d theta is equal to theta 1 minus theta 2 degree Celsius. आणि dt काय ड्रॉप परपेंडिकुलर. So this is T1, this is T2. So dt is equal to T2 minus T1. T2 minus. This is the first law. Now consider one more temperature. Say we will consider temperature this theta double dash. पुन्हा तीच procedure. Draw perpendicular. Draw a tangent. So at this point, if we draw a tangent, then slope is equal to d theta by dt suffix theta double dash, where d theta is equal to. आता पुन्हा आपण इथे हे दोन टेम्परेचर कन्सिडर करणार आहोत. ड्रॉ द स्लोप. So this is theta 3, this is theta 4. So d theta is equal to theta 3 minus theta 4, and dt, this is T3, this is T4. So dt is equal to T4 minus T3. Now this temperature theta dash, theta double dash, these are the temperatures of the hot body. आता ह्या theta dash and theta double dash चे व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला या इक्वेशन मध्ये असतात. दिस इज द रेट ऑफ कूलिंग ॲट टेम्परेचर थीटा ऑफ द बॉडी. आपण फक्त सिम्बॉलमध्ये बदल केला. थीटा dash आपण थीटा dash घेतला, कारण आता काही प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करताना आपल्याला असे 2-2-3-3 इक्वेशन द्यावे लागणार आहे. मग सर्व ठिकाणी थीटा ने चालू मग एकदा थीटा डॅश घ्यायचा, थीटा डबल डॅश, थीटा ट्रिपल डॅश. सो दिस थीटा डॅश इज कॅल्क्युलेटेड. इट इज द मीन व्हॅल्यू ऑफ थीटा 1 अँड थीटा 2. इथे पण तसंच आहे. थीटा डबल डॅश इज इक्वल टू थीटा 3 प्लस थीटा 4 बाय 2. म्हणजे आपण ह्या दोन टेम्परेचरचा डिफरन्स घेतला तर आपल्याला डी थीटा मिळेल, आणि ह्या दोन टेम्परेचरचा ॲव्हरेज घेतला तर बॉडीचं टेम्परेचर मिळेल असं. आणि टाईम तर आपण परपेंडिक्युलर टाकलेला आहे. तर इथे बघा आता हा डिफरन्स जो T2 मायनस T1 आणि T4 मायनस T3 हा डिफरन्स वाढला. सो इन दिस इक्वेशन dt इज इन्क्रीजिंग ॲज वी गो with higher time interval. Therefore, denominator goes on increasing, numerator goes on decreasing. Therefore, the slope d theta by dt decreases. So, graph shows that slope is equal to d theta by dt decreases as time t increases, or as temperature of the body decreases. थीटा 0 कॉन्स्टंट. टेम्परेचर इथे समजा 17-18 च्यामध्ये, हे समजा 77 आहे, इथे टेम्परेचर 64 आहे. सो this difference, this temperature is decreasing, the slope is also decreasing like this. असे आपल्याला काही प्रॉब्लेम म्हणजे 2-3 इक्वेशन यूज करावे लागतात. सो दिस इज अबाउट द एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ द न्यूटन लॉ. सो दिस ग्राफ इज व्हेरी इंपॉर्टंट फॉर सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लेम. सो वी विल कीप द graph as it is. Now we will solve theory part we have completed. Now we will solve numerical problem based on Newton's law of cooling. let us solve problems. So I will read the problem. Question number 315. Last problem in our book. A metal sphere pulls from 80 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius in 6 minutes. How much time will it take to cool from 60 to 40 degrees Celsius if the room temperature is 30 degrees Celsius? Room temperature means it is a temperature of the surrounding like this. तर पहिलं टेम्परेचर चेंज जो होतो 20चा आहे, सेकंड पण 20चा आहे. हे दोघे ठिकाणी डी थिटा सारखा आहे. पण फर्स्ट टाइम 6 मिनिट आहे, सेकंड टाइम काही नाही. लॉजिकली आपल्याला सांगेल मग. सो दिस डी थिटा इज 20, दिस डी थिटा इज 20 सेम, बट दिस dt1 इज लेस 6 मिनिट, dt2 इज मोर. म्हणजे आन्सर नक्कीच 6 मिनिटपेक्षा जादा यायला पाहिजे. काही MCQचे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करताना आपल्याला ही लॉजिकल मेथड माहिती पाहिजे. तर न्यूटन्स लॉ ऑफ कुलिंगचे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करताना डाटा गिवन क्वांटिटी एका पर्टिक्युलर फॅशनने जर आपण लिहिली तर प्रॉब्लेम खूप सोपा होतो. सो आय विल यूज दॅट मेथड लाईक दिस. सर आपण ही मेथड यूज करतो. सो द टेम्परेचर ऑफ द बॉडी आर रिटर्न हियर. θ1 80 degrees Celsius, θ2 60 degrees Celsius, θ3 40 degrees Celsius, and temperature of the surrounding θ0 is equal to 30 degrees Celsius. Okay. तर 80 to 60 साठी जो टाइम लागतो तो 6 मिनिट आहे. तर तो आपण इथे लिहिणार. सो फॉर दिस चेंज द डी थीटा फॉल इन टेम्परेचर इज इक्वल टू θ1 minus θ2 is equal to 20 degrees Celsius. Time taken dt is equal to 6 minutes is equal to 360 seconds. आपण डी थीटा बाय dt काढते. Now the next fall of temperature is from 60 to 40. 60 to 40 म्हणून एरो पास केला. So for this range d theta is equal to θ2 minus θ3, it is again 60 minus 40, 20 degrees Celsius. That time taken dt is equal to x is equal to question mark. Hello sir. A second time interval आपल्याला विचारलेला आहे. Now by Newton's law of cooling the equation is like this. By Newton's law of cooling, d theta by dt, rate of fall of temperature is equal to k times theta minus theta 0. आता पहिल्या टाइम इंटरवल 6 मिनिट साठी आपल्याला व्हॅल्यू घ्यायची. फर्स्ट टाइम इंटरवल of 6 minutes, d theta by dt at temperature theta dash is equal to k into temperature theta dash minus theta 0. हा पहिला 6 मिनिटाचा टाइम इंटरवल आपण कन्सिडर केलेला आहे. सो d theta we know 20, time taken is equal to 6 minutes, that is equal to 360 seconds, k into bracket थीटा डॅश. तर थीटा डॅश आपल्याला काढावा लागला तर तो ह्या दोघांची ॲव्हरेज येईल. म्हणजे हा ग्राफ मी एवढा का बरं एक्सटेंड केला तर रिझन लक्षात येईल. θ0 तर आपल्याला दिलेला आहे तो. दिस थीटा डॅश is equal to theta 1 plus theta 2 by 2 and it is equal to 80 आणि 60 चा मीन डायरेक्टली कमी 70 डिग्री सेल्सिअस. आणि आता इथला मीन थीटा डबल डॅश आपण काढला तर तो थीटा 2 प्लस थीटा 3 बाय 2 येईल आणि तो 60 आणि 40 चा मीन म्हणजे 50 डिग्री सेल्सिअस. So now inside the bracket you can substitute the value. Theta dash is equal to 70 minus theta 0 is equal to 30 and therefore this is 20 upon 360 or this is equal to 1 upon 180. 1 upon 18 is equal to k into 40. This is equation 1. पहिल्या टाइम इंटरवल साठी आपल्याला ही इक्वेशन मिळाली. तर आता के आपण करू शकतो पण के कॅल्क्युलेट करण्याची गरज नाही. विदाउट कॅल्क्युलेटिंग के यू कॅन सॉल्व एनी प्रॉब्लेम ऑफ न्यूटन्स लॉ ऑफ कूलिंग. फॉर सेकंड टाइम इंटरवल dt is equal to x second d theta by dt suffix theta double dash is equal to k into bracket theta double dash minus theta 0. So for next time interval d theta is equal to again 20 upon x is equal to k into bracket. Now theta double dash is this 50 minus 30. So this is equal to 20 by x is equal to k into 20. This is equation second. Sum problem. हा k दोघे ठिकाणी कॉन्स्टंट ऑफ प्रोपोर्शनॅलिटी सारखाच असणार आहे. कॅन्सल होऊन जाईल तो. सो डिवाइड 1 by 2. One by 2 gives so 1 by 18 divided by 20 by x is equal to k into 40 upon k into 20. So right hand side is 2. So this x will go. So x upon x multiplied by 20 18 is equal to 2. And therefore so this 20 by x, so x will go up. This 20 will come here. So x is equal to 2 multiplied by 18 multiplied by 20. So this is equal to 720 second. That is equal to 10 minutes. So next time interval is of 10 minutes. Next time interval is equal to 10 minutes. So how much time it will take? Time taken to cool from 60 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius is equal to dt is equal to x is equal to 600 12 मिनट आहे. Just a minute. So the answer is the 12 minutes. For the fall in temperature from 60 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius, the time will be more than 6 minutes, and we have calculated that it is 12 minutes. Because as time increases, the graph shows that d theta by dt decreases, slope decreases, and therefore we will take more time for the same fall of temperature. In our case, the first fall of temperature is 20, second fall of temperature is again 20. So d theta is same, but dt will increase. So dt2 and dt1 are like this. So please make the correction in our board books. The answer is not 10 minutes, it is 12 minutes, like this. Okay, we will stop here. Next time we will solve some problems. First we will see one more problem on Newton's law of cooling. So I will keep the graph as it is, and then we will go for these remaining problems. So okay.